Hey there, knife fans. Love Them Knives channel, LTK with you today. And we're looking at something new. Maybe not new to you, but it's new to some of us, including me, although I've had these for a couple weeks now. So, got a note from a guy, one of our viewers, and said, dude, check this out. Because this knife that we all know and some of us love so much, and some of us don't, the aluminum 758 Firebird automatic, made by China Ganzo. I love that. Oh, I wouldn't have known that. Is now in G10. G10. And here we go. I thought about that myself, and they must have read my mind because I'm full of great ideas. Now, but I did think about it. I thought, well, could they make this in G10? And I guess the answer is yes, because they just did. And wow, I got these from Power Cutlery, which is a USA seller, and I got them in 3 days because they ship pronto. It's just great. That's who I use because I could get them directly from Ganzo because I qualified as a Ganzo dealer, but no, I don't buy enough to get any kind of discount, and therefore my price would be higher than theirs, and there's no point. But look at that. Is that pretty cool? And let's talk about these because you got, I just got one in green, one in orange, just kind of compare how they function, see if there's any differences between one knife to the other as far as manufacturing, consistency, and they're nice. I mean, 3.5 inch, that kind of ProTech looking blade. This is not the only blade design that ProTech makes, actually, so people were angry, but it's like, well, ProTech actually has some other blade designs, so I think we're okay. But these are like 3.5 inch. And let's do this real quick because I believe this was a 3.5 inch. Yes, three. It's actually more like 3 5/8 long. So it's between 9 and 9.5 centimeters. Overall 21 centimeters, which is like 8 3/8. Do you believe my tape measure? I think I do. So it's not a small knife. It's a great EDCable knife. And it's got a lanyard hole that's half the size of Delaware. So that'll work. And, you know, you've got this back spacer that matches the color on the knife. How many knives have we looked at where when they do a back spacer on it, it's like blue on orange, and then it'll be like orange on green, and some of the guys go crazy and they just go, no, I'm going to switch them over. I want it to match. You know, I don't like this contrasting stuff, but some people do. In fact, some people have said, why don't you just flip the back spacers, because that would be cool. So you just can't please everybody all the time. But yeah, I mean, wow, it's great that you can do this. I mean, it makes them, see, you got what, 1/8 inch thick blade stock. It's 440. If we can go to millimeters, it's 3 millimeters. So 3 millimeter thick, 440C blade stock, stone washed. Nice stone wash finish. So are these? Yeah, these are the ones you can drag around. You know, they got G10 scales on them. And here's the best part, because God, I am sick and tired of people be itching about it. But I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me, but it's like, this is unlock and this is lock. And they just go, that's it, that's it. It kills it. I can't own that knife. Here you go. We're not going to tell you anymore. Nope, no diagram here. Aren't you so happy? Still says made by Ganzo, but doesn't say made by China Ganzo. So now you could fool your friends and go, well, Ganzo, yes, they're a high-end Italian company. Whatever. In any case, just saying, sometimes you're not too proud flipping out a knife that says made in China, because there's still some people that don't get it. I mean, China to them means cheap garbage. Kind of like an iPhone, you know, your TV. Oh my goodness. In any case, so when it comes to knives, I think they kind of equate that. So, you know, you can lock it, it won't deploy. Unlock it, it will deploy. Lock it again when it is deployed, and it won't. You can't close it. It won't disengage. Unlock it, it will disengage. Now, let's talk about the buttons. The buttons are pretty flush when it's deployed. Let's put it back, okay? It's still really flush here. So even if you didn't lock this, and you know, God, a lot of, you know, the ProTech knives I reviewed, there was no safety or lock, or even the Kershaw launch, no. So do you really need this? Probably not. Probably not. And it's already below grade a little bit. If you look there, that's just a skosh below. So that's going to be hard to deploy accidentally in your pocket. And you've got to really hit the deck with this button to get this to deploy, which I'm not sure that I'm really that crazy about that. See how little travel you have available there on that button? There's not a lot. And as you push, I mean, look at how little you have left to really make this happen. I mean, I pushed it down. It still hasn't deployed. Keep going. Even more. I clicked it down even more. Nope. All the way. Look at that. It's flat practically with the scale. I mean, the fat on your finger. Now, you know, maybe that's a good thing because you won't have it accidentally deploy. But I mean, I'm getting it right down. And I guess if you're in a self-defense situation, you're going to be so popped up on adrenaline that you're just going to hammer it hard. But you kind of got to really put, you know, all in. If you look at that, I'm still, see, haven't deployed. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else really brought this up about the G10 versions. See, now I'm almost flush. Now I am flush. I'm flush here. I wish I was flush with money. Okay, hold on. Let's try this with this one. I think it feels about the same. So this is why you get two if you're going to review. And I'm still pushing. And I'm getting there. And I'm still getting there. Wow. Look at that. That is pretty much flush with the scale. Way below grade. Come on. Pushed it even more. Now look at it. If it wasn't flush before, it's flush now. I'm feeling it. It's flush. So they really are consistent. They're consistent. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but they're consistent. So it's not going to accidentally go off in your pocket. And as long as you're used to kind of really, you know, you kind of got to get on that button and, I mean, go below grade practically to flip it. I mean, I'm all the way there. Flush. Nothing. So if you don't have any fat on your thumbs, you're in trouble. It will never deploy. You gotta have a little extra flesh there. I don't know. I mean, let's look at this one because that's probably what you were thinking. Let's look at this one. Well, we do have a milled out area on here. This whole area is milled out. Okay, so, but look at this. This whole area is milled out too, but this is milled deeper. See that? That's different. This is the same depth as this over here. But now they have gone one deeper here. So this button sticks out above grade here, where on these, they're flush. Now, I don't know. I mean, if I guess I had to worry about accidental deployment, I'd do the G10 because it's flush. Otherwise, look at that. Yeah, that's above grade. So let's push. And we did this once before when I was reviewing these, right? Okay, check it out. Now I'm about flush with the scale, but it hasn't deployed. A little bit more. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, now about flush. I know I'm getting a little anal, but you know, this is all about automatic knives. When you push the button, you got to know, like, when's this baby going to go? And you might want to know this before you order one so you're not surprised by how they deploy. Now I'm down. I'm flush. I might be a little bit even below grade here, but I'm not flush with this milled out area. Now I am. Now I'm a little bit below it, actually. Okay. So I don't know. Make your comments. You know, this is above the scale grade here. This is not. Big difference. Orange and orange. See how much that is? That's different. It's very different. Still got the same styling cues here. The cutaways here. The hardware looks the same. The size is the same. Blade stock is the same. You don't have the graphic here. Although, I mean, I do like the aluminums. They're just more a little glitzy, but they're not, no traction here. They're slick, okay? So if you want traction, you don't like the lock, unlock icon, you like the fact that this is milled out a little deeper, that this is never going to be above grade. Even when it's closed, it's not above grade. It's actually just a skosh below. So accidental deployment, not really an issue. Almost don't need this, really, to tell you the truth. I don't think I would use it, especially if it's a self-defense tool. It's like, hold on, I got to unlock my knife there, guy. But, you know, so that's a thinker. You know, I do love the 3 screws here holding this. I mean, this is going to be held in place. This pocket clip, it's satin, it's nice, it's stamped. Could it have been tumbled? That would kind of matched a little bit better. But when you're getting into a $20, that's it. I mean, it's an awesome, awesome knife for $20. I mean, I just want to go on record. I mean, I think it's like one of the best automatics for $20. And then you can go to the other one, 7482, is it? That's the different looking automatic, and that comes in a G10 too. That's really good. It's got kind of a bolster on it. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, those 2 knives are probably the best automatic knives for under $22. I just think, I mean, you know, if you got to look at that price level. Yeah, I mean, it's a good knife, and they're sharp. Hopefully, they're sharp. Yeah, I'm just carving off little pieces right there. Man, that's good. I had to save that paper for my next review, so I didn't want to destroy it completely. Get out of the way. So, yes, very sharp. G10, no lock, unlock icon. Otherwise, the same knife. Very functional. Not going to blow up in your pocket. I mean, I don't know what you'd have to do, but you'd have to do something to get it to actually accidentally deploy. They come in great colors. I didn't get the black. I got the green and the orange. I just thought they're very, this is a little bit more sedate. Yeah, and this is optic, so if it fell on the ground or whatever, it's just like more maybe, first responder color, that kind of thing. You can see it. You can see it in the dark, a little easier, that kind of thing. So yeah, big lanyard hole. And look in here. So we have on this clip side, skeletonized, the stainless steel liner. So that's cool, right? Which should help with the weight a little bit. Probably not, make a world of difference. But let's see. Because we've got the aluminum, we got the G10. I'm going to say this is heavier. So 4.5, let's go grams, 127. Okay, 4.5, 127. Aluminum. Woo, yeah, I was right. G10 is heavier. 111, 3.9. So 0.6 of an ounce heavier. G10, much heavier than the aluminum. Interesting, though. Yeah. Well, you can get both, so, you kind of pick your poison. I like them. 440C, great steel. I mean, people used to brag about how wonderful it was 40 years ago. It's still a good steel. So it sharpens well. It's pretty non-corrosive. It holds a pretty good edge. It's easier to sharpen than like CTS 204P or M390, that kind of thing. Those are really hard steels. Yeah, so they retain their edge longer and all that. But I mean, for practical, everyday purposes, being able to just stroke these real quick and get them back to really sharp is easy. And, the price reflects that. But I mean, it's a great price. And, as usual, if I hadn't, here's the model number, 7582. So I guess the 2 indicates whether it's, a silver blade or a black blade. And then the OR is for orange, but it's the 758 Firebird series. And, it comes in the box. Let me get away from the camera a little bit. Yeah, it's got the silky, pouch that can be used for storage and or just wiping the blade down. Which, you don't have to do a lot of because it's stonewashed. And it doesn't leave fingerprints real easy, so that makes it nice. So, as far as, I don't usually think of automatic knives as kind of like your workman's, like, everyday beater carry knife. But, yeah, I think I do here. Because, yeah, you got the G10. Are they really one-handed? Not for me so much, but you can lock them out. They're very usable. They're very sensible. I mean, you can take them apart, I guess, if you wanted to. I don't see any reason to. That one's perfectly centered. Let's try this dog. Perfectly centered. I mean, some guys will go, automatics just are not for me because I'll get in a hurry and I'll be pushing on the pivot and it's no, so you kind of confuse the pivot for the deploying for the button, but I don't know. Some people are just do that, and yeah, I've done that before too. So you're not alone. In any case, 758 in G10. Go figure. No. Go to Power Cutlery. I mean, those guys, would I like to be them? I'm not sure because they can't be making a lot of money per knife. So, I mean, you got to give them some love because they're doing us all a service because we don't have to get them from Gear Best and wait 4 weeks. I swear to God, So Power Cutlery, just like 3-4 days, boom, it's in your hands. It's crazy. And they're cheap. I mean, I think these were like $19 or something like that. Hold on, crap. I'm going to show you actually because And you know what? They don't know me from nothing. But, see? Okay, so let me show you this. Power Cutlery, $2.90, flat rate shipping in the U.S. Here's the products. They don't have a lot of brands, but I mean, and I can't remember if it comes up as Power Cutlery, if it comes up as Knives of Power Cutlery. It's a little different. I got it bookmarked on mine, on my iPad for sure. So then, you know, there's your knives and crap. Let me see if it actually gives you a price. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Green. $19.99. It's like magic. And then there's your specs, which we already went over. Handle length, stone wash, stainless, green, tip up, automatic, right hand tip up. I don't see a left hand option, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm pimping for them because you know what? I want them to stay around because this is where I'm going to get my Ganzos if they're available. And they don't have everything and they kind of come in and out of stock. But wow, I've never talked to these people, but I'll tell you what, just saying. People come to me and they go, oh, by the way, do you have any of these Ganzos? Because I've sold some, you know, and had some sales. And I go, no, dude, but here's the link. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. So, just somebody gave me the word on them. Otherwise, I'd have never found them. So I'm just telling you. Ganzo and those other brands, and they're very competitive. So, yeah, absolutely. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this little look-see at the G10 models. In case you really don't like the aluminum, but I do. I got one purple, a blue, this, gold, all in the aluminum. And the reason is because I like them. I like these too. Yeah, these are real usable. Okay, thank you so much. 22 minutes. We got to go. We love them knives. Stay tuned.